Well, Jack Perry is chair of the 48 Group Club, a London-based organisation dedicated to promoting trade between China and the UK. I asked him whether geopolitical tensions are affecting international companies doing business in China.
When you're there on business delegations, you don't feel it at all. And you feel hunger, especially from the UK side, trying to explore what's possible in China. We just recently went to Beijing when we signed a strategic agreement with Beijing Economic Technology Development Zone for biotech and biopharmaceuticals. So we took Christopher Evans there, the chairman of Ellipsis. And Ellipsis is a cancer development company in the UK. And they're doing a lot of work here, but also their biggest drug is a Chinese drug. And what they've done with it is phenomenal. And it shows what can be done with the UK and with China in high technology.
So what you're suggesting is that there is this geopolitical row going on up here between continents, but down here it's business as usual. People are just getting on with it.
I think the geopolitical situation has made people wary. So I think when business go there, they're trying to find out what is really possible. And as soon as you get there, you find out there's a hunger from the Chinese side to do trade and to do a lot of business, and we're seeing that.
Look, we've been talking about the here and now. Whatever China's plans, Europe and the United States perhaps say they look set to further tighten trade sanctions. So let's look into the future. Is life going to get more difficult for those UK businesses that you talk to doing business with China, and vice versa?
I think if you're looking at tariffs and you're looking at stance against China, it's a time where you think, okay, you can do that and you can make that position against China, but it's not going to make a huge difference. China going to continue, they're going to accelerate, and how does that help our economy? We're not in a good stance right now. We need to grow, and we're not doing so. So we need to look, where's investment coming into? You're looking at China as our fourth biggest trade nation in the world. So we need to find out where those policies are, how we can attract the investment, and how UK companies can explore working in partnership with other nations.
Few people make the argument that we need each other, do they? It's not a politically popular thing to say, but in business, it's so true, isn't it?
Well, you look at partnerships, one of the key partnerships around the world is China. So if you ignore it or you don't go there, you're taking a huge amount of access away from your companies. Companies here in the UK will benefit hugely to be able to do business in China because their focus is outward thinking and opening up and modernization right now.
While you and I are standing here, the UK Prime Minister, the new UK Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, the leader of the new Labour government, is hosting pretty much all of Europe's leaders at Blenheim Palace today, the birthplace of Churchill, of course. What should Europe's leaders make of this plenum and the message that comes out of China? They'll be watching, presumably.
Yeah, I think the whole world is watching right now what's coming out of China from the third plenum. I think you've seen that Xi Jinping has talked about opening up, modernization, innovation, reform in key areas. I think the connectivity of what China are trying to do match up to what we're trying to do here in the UK and countries around the world for openness. I think there's a lot of opportunities to be able to have. I think the benefits that have come out from the plenum today are actually somewhere where companies can say, okay, there's possibilities to be able to go to China and work with China.